Right. So, why is this wobbling shadow coming? There was a question yesterday by a good friend of mine. She called me up and she asked that she feels lost in astrology and whom she should join for studying astrology. Now, this is quite a good question. The feeling of getting lost is very common with a subject such as astrology. The lady herself have done many books. Now, let me here talk about the product line that I have. But before I go to discuss that product line, first thing that I would like to discuss is the sense of feeling lost. Why is there a sense of feeling lost? There are many people who teach astrology, including me. Why I thought that I should teach astrology? What was the problem? What is the problem in the current astrological market that compelled me to teach? Right. So, tackling the question of feeling lost, it comes because of few things. First of all, you have learned a lot of things in astrology, but you have just learned the calculation and not the application. That generally happens with the astrological institutes. When you go to an institute and do a 2 year course, 3 year course, through 3 years course, 4 year course, etc., you generally get acquainted with every astrological thing under the sun. This is what my guru always told me. Don't know everything. That is a big problem. Have you ever seen my approach? I am very clear about a few things. I use this, I use that, I don't use this, I don't use that. You see the successful astrologers in the world. I am not going to name anyone. If you see them, you will see a certain approach. Someone don't use Nadi, strongly against KP, etc. So the first thing, if you don't want to get lost, the first thing that you should do is to make a clear demarcation on what you want to learn and what you don't want to learn. Learning everything under the sun is tend to make you confused. That's the reason I have a very clear distinction on what I practice, what I teach. I don't teach everything under the sun. Namaskar, Varendraji. So, someone messaged me today regarding the books on Nadi astrology. I told him that I don't do Nadi for the simple thing. Nadi, KP, Vedic, this, that, XYZ, everything. Then at the end of the day, you become confused. You are not able to predict anything because you know almost everything. That's the big problem. You should not know everything. The one who knows everything is fit for nothing. Make a clear distinction on what you want to learn and what you don't want to learn. Now, which system is effective and which system is not effective? The answer is Namaskar Vipulji. Which system is effective and which system is not effective? The answer is quite clear. Make a list of world's top astrologers. Do a Google search or make it based on your own research. And you will clearly find that the 100% of the world's successful astrologers, not successful astro businessmen, 100% of world's most successful astrologers use Vedic or what we call traditional astrology. The answer is quite very simple and very clear. Every astrological system is at least 200 years old. At least. Right? But still, when you go and search, you will find the world's top astrologers only do Vedic. It is for a certain reason. Because Vedic astrology have all the answers that other systems of astrology don't have. For an example, some systems are good for psychology. Some systems are good for timing events. But it is not exclusive. Some systems lack the pragmatic approach. I don't want to speak bad of any system. But suppose you do one nakshatra-based astrology system that is quite popular down there in Chennai. You know when a certain event will happen. But that's not sufficient. Person also comes to you for a remedy, isn't it? Just knowing the event is not the thing. Or rather say you do some another south-based system that goes by the name of Nadi. It looks quite good, but the systems employed like progression etc. are very repetitive. The progression etc. repeats after 12 years. Anyone with a good understanding or intellectual skill will himself understand automatically that anything which gets repeated after 12 years, 15 years or so is destined to fail miserably. Because you don't have the same number of events in the same set of years. Right? Also, systems like Nadi etc. are quite dogmatic and lacks the practical approach. Having this past life karma or that past life karma is very good for someone who believes in it. But it is not good for someone who doesn't believe in it. You cannot teach the karma story to a Muslim. Or you cannot sell a karma story to anyone except an Indian. Let them do so frankly. Not talking about the problems in other systems. The most holistic system which works, which have all the answers, be it the remedies, the timing of event, anything under the sun, is Vedic Jyotish. Hence, the top most successful astrologers in the world have done Vedic. Other systems are also around 200 years old or some more than 200 years old also. Right? People have talked a lot about Nadi, that Nadi is here since the time of Bhrigu and etc. etc. Just consult your father or anyone, any elder person in your family and ask them about the best astrologer your grandfather knew or about the best astrologer your grandmother knew. And I can guarantee you that the best astrologer that your grandfather ever knew in his life will be a Vedic one. He will not be a Nadi one. Because there was nothing as such. Everything was Vedic. The complete root is Vedic. That's why it is called Vedic. As we believe that there is no other dharma than Sanatan Dharma, same is the way. There is no other branch than Vedic. Vedic, or the better word, traditional, as I like to call it, because Vedas don't have astrology, by the way. Predictive astrology. Vedas don't have predictive natal astrology. Vedas have elements of astrology, of course, that is there. So, leaving aside the fantasy of Agam, Nigam, Chogam, Pogam, leaving that aside, Go to any village, any old person, and ask him about the best astrologer they met. See the horoscope of your grandfather if you are fortunate enough, and you will see a Vedic horoscope with Vedic methods employed, or rather, a traditional horoscope with traditional methods employed, and a prediction given using the traditional method of astrology, which came true. The past is in front of you. If you yourself wants to get deluded by word of others, then no one can help you in the world. No one can help you under the sun. If you yourself chose to close your eyes and scream that the sun is not in the sky, then who can help you? No one. But the reality is this only. Vedic is the thing that was there since ages. Vedic is the system which have been in use since last 5,000 years. It has shown its efficacy over 5,000 years. The astrologer of any king, be it the Muslim emperor, be it the Arabic emperor, or any emperor in the world under the sun, their horoscopes were done in the Vedic way. Any horoscope that any civilization founds, buried in the ground, written on a stone, everything is Vedic, Vedic, Vedic. That's what it is. All this Western astrology, Babylonian astrology, everything comes under Vedic. Have you heard of something called Tajik astrology? What is Tajik astrology? It is a part of traditional astrology. And the whole of Muslim region followed the system of astrology only. It is a 5,000-year-old tradition. Have been tested for 5,000 years. Other astrological systems are just 200, 300 years old. 5,000 years versus 300 years. What is better? If you want to buy a car using your complete life saving, which car you will choose? Something such as a good car from some brand which have been in the market since last 25 years and people have trusted on it, or a car which is a new launch just 2 months ago and we even don't know the engine feedback. The answer is quite clear, quite simple, right? Don't want to go into that now. Coming to the important aspect of it, the first thing, why you feel confused, why you feel lost in the world of astrology. This is the simple answer. Why you feel lost? Because no system is as exhaustive as Vedic. Accept it or not, for remedies, in the end, you have to come to Vedic. You can say Lal Kitab, that's fine. But once you know Vedic well, you will know the difference in the result. Someone throwing a certain pulse in the river for a remedy of Saturn versus someone doing a Saturn Homa for the remedy of Saturn. The Saturn Homa was tested for 5,000 years. It was recommended to older kings and sages and everyone, and it helped. The answer is quite evident. So the first thing, if you want to save yourself from getting lost, the first thing is choosing the right branch. That's the best thing to do. Now coming to the second point of feeling lost. This feeling lost is also, like I have learned astrology for 7 years. I am not able to predict. I have learned astrology since 20 years, but I am still a student, still a learner, don't have confidence. What's the problem? I teach. What is my approach? Why I have started teaching? There are 4 types of teachers. 4 different types of teachers. First one is the institution, which will teach you for 2 years, 3 years, etc. a degree course. You will know everything in the degree course, everything under the sun. But remember, knowing everything takes you nowhere. In the certificate courses of different institutions, of course, I am also an institution. Every person is an institution in astrology, by the way. Any institution based course, any institutional course will give you all the necessary mathematical calculation that is needed. But the prediction is missing. All the people who have learned from the different institutions, they know how to calculate the Vimshottari Dasha, this Dasha, that Dasha, how divisional chart is calculated, they know everything. Transit speed of planet, motion of planet, when a planet becomes retrograde, what is the retrogradation degrees, exaltation degrees, they have everything in their mind, fitted very clearly. Where they lack is the prediction. Institutions generally give you every knowledge under the sun. But that's not the way for prediction. Once I'm done with this session, I will take questions, of course. Now, second type of teacher is the one who himself is in the learning process. I know an astrologer named Sam Sundar Das. Sam Sundar have a very beautiful website. Sam Sundarji wrote something on his website which attracted me the most. He writes that you have learned astrology in your childhood and now you are doing astrology, but you don't know complete of it. You know some things, you don't know something. You haven't learned it traditionally, formally from a guru. So the years that you have spent in astrology, going here and there, searching for different things and different material, without the blessing of a guru, without knowing the knowledge in complete, should it be considered as practice years? His answer is no. Practice is only when the doctor have formally and completely learned MBBS or MD or whatever, and then his professional years are counted as practice. You know 4 things, you don't know 40 things. You come and you applied blindly on charts, failing 80% of the time, and you are doing it since last 15 years. You cannot cover that 15 years as your professional experience because you technically don't know the subject. That's the sad truth in the astrological world nowadays. Of course, no one will know everything under the sun. You ask me something from Nadi astrology, I will not know. You ask me something from KP, I will not know, because that is not my specialization. But when I say that I am into traditional astrology, that means I know every facet of it completely. And after learning it formally, either by a guru or by my own hard work or anything, I set on to practice, and that practice is 11 years old for me. I'm into my 12th year of astrology practice. That doesn't mean that I don't go to new gurus seeking the new things, or I will not visit anyone to learn. But that means I go to them only to further my knowledge. There is nothing new that is coming to me. Now, a new interpretation can come, a new knowledge will not come. That's the difference. New knowledge versus new interpretation are two different things. So, the second type of teachers have a problem that they don't know astrology themselves. They know a certain thing and they teach that certain thing. And that astrologer can take you to a certain level only or to a certain extent only. There are many people like this. They have an institution, they have a brand, and they clearly accept that they only know these things. It is quite visible that they promote other people. They don't have answers to everything, so they will invite other teachers to teach. That other teacher, I don't want to comment on that other teacher, because that is an altogether different story. The second type of people are the ones who don't know the system completely, who themselves are not a successful astrologer, or who themselves are afraid of making a prediction, or don't make a prediction at all, or their predictions are more like attracting the customer rather than a real astrological prediction. You know what is attracting a customer and what is a real astrological prediction. You should be very clear on it. You lost your watch yesterday. I was sitting with a person who is considered one of the top astrologers in the world. I was sitting with him quite close to me. So the client came to him and he told him that you had a white color watch that got stolen previous week. He told yes, sir. And he told him a lot of things, and then the consultation was over. The native left, and I was sitting there. So he told me a thing. I was a child then. He told me a thing. Do you think, Shubham, your watch got stolen is a prediction? I said, no, sir. He was like, you are very right. It is not a prediction. This is not the way you make predictions. No one will come to you to ask, sir, when my watch will get stolen. Prediction is an altogether different ball game. Knowing the events in future in advance and changing them for the betterment of the native's life is what a prediction is. Finding that he is going to lose his job on a certain date and certain year, forewarning him that you are going to lose it, and giving him the precautionary measures. Precautionary measures doesn't always mean remedy only. A behavioral change, a psychological change, a certain course which can enhance your skill, etc. Everything comes in remedy. That is what the prediction is. I don't think you will want to visit that astrologer twice, who can only tell you where is your bed, where is your sofa, where is your cat, where is your dog. You will only visit him once, because it is a good entertainment, not a good astrologer. Astrology is the science of predicting the future. Remember one thing, astrology is given this much importance for astrologer's ability to change your future, to shape your future as per your wishes. It is not given this much respect for a mesmerization. Right? It is not based on mesmerism. It is based on futurism. That's the difference. The second type of person is the person who knows little, takes the help of other people, and runs his institution. You by now yourself know what is your picture with that person. He himself is unaware of a large chunk of knowledge. Right? Everyone will not know everything, as I already told you. I am only into traditional astrology. I know how things are predicted using the traditional way. It means that I may not know the technique that you are looking for, but I should know how this thing is done. I may not be able to predict using the cuspal of the sixth lord about your profession. I may not know how using the cuspal of the sixth lord the profession is predicted. That's okay. But I should know for sure how the profession is predicted. Otherwise, what is the use? So that is the second type of astrology. They are not bad, of course. Everyone in the society is important. The third one is a good astrologer that knows astrology well, but he haven't gained enough experience. So they will teach you every rule as it is the ultimate rule, as I always tell to my students. Knowing the rule is not enough. Knowing the technique is not enough. A methodical approach added with the limitation of the technique is the thing. You cannot use a technique from head to toe. Navamsha chart is very important that we know, right? But no one in the astrological history have replaced the D9 with Rashi. Why? D9 is important. Yes, it is. But everything have its own importance and own limitation. This is a third problem. This is the third type of person who knows everything under the sun, but he don't know the limitation of the technique. That is also very important. Fourth ones are like me, right? Now, coming to the question of feeling lost in the world of astrology. Why you feel lost is, I think I have answered it very clearly. You may have some questions. You can ask it in the comment section of the video, and the people who are in the class, they will be given a chance to ask me live questions after a while. If you are considering learning astrology, I should not tell you why I am the best or a good one. I'm not supposed to do that, right? I'm not going to do that, of course. But let me give you an introduction about a few things. All my courses that I offer, you can go to my website. The link will be there in the description of the video. There are multiple courses offered. Courses are of two types basically. One is the webinar and another is the course. Webinar deals with a certain topic: predicting marriage, predicting children, predicting profession, etc. It deals with a certain topic: how prashna is done through panchang, how atmakarak is to be used to predict the profession, how you will be your mental life, etc. It deals with a certain skill set, a certain kind of prediction. That is what I deal in webinars. A certain kind of prediction. How to predict children, how to predict siblings, etc. Of course, children and sibling is not there. It will come very soon. That is what I offer in webinars. A certain skill set. Coming to courses. Courses are now further divided into two types. You have only seen one type, you haven't seen the another type yet. The another type is yet to come. But still, not discussing about the yet to come things, forthcoming things. That will be leaking my business strategy. So let me not do that. Coming to the things under offering, the courses as offered now have the best of the world. What do I mean by best of the world? As you know, I know almost, I'm aware of the complete of traditional Jyotish. But as I told you, knowing everything is not essential. Knowing everything under the sun doesn't help you. This is what I told you just now, right? The courses have the best of the world. Jyotish Prarambh had the best of the predictive techniques with the focus on amateur students who only have a basic introduction of Vedic Jyotish, not more than that. Kal Nirnay have the best methods to time event without using a dasha, and there will be a second level of the course also. Panchanga course is the use of Panchanga techniques to predict the flaws. Someone having 18 female children, only sisters, life is cursed, family is not moving. All such flaws comes from Panchanga. So Panchanga have those special rules. Mastering the Rashi is a separate series, the mastering series, which deals with taking the amateur student who just know the name of the 12th science, etc., from scratch to make it a master in the subject. And it is a different stream, which will be followed by other courses with the tag of mastering the dash series. That is for basics. But that is quite essential. I am very sure if you join any of my course, and if you even know the 40% of the content that I have taught in the course, write it to me and I will be very happy to refund your money. Even if you know 40% of what I have taught. I have a very clear, honest business policy. If I am not giving you 60% of the knowledge new at least, then you are wasting your money with me, right? If you think the course is not worthy, you can ask for refund any time. I will be very happy to give you. Of course, the term and conditions are there, but still, right? The courses have the best of the world. Things, best of the world things to do a certain thing to achieve a certain prediction. That doesn't deal with a certain topic. If you are joining the Rashi course with the motive that you will know how to predict marriage, then you are at a wrong place. If you want to predict marriage, then the marriage webinar series is for you. The mastering the Rashi or any course is not for you. If you are looking to predict marriage, but you should come to the course when you want to learn the certain system in depth. Putting it in another words, webinars deal with a certain topic. Courses deal with a certain technique. In mastering the, in the marriage life webinar, I will not teach you which dasha to use, because that is an extensive topic. I will not teach you how transits are used. In the marriage webinar, I can tell you that 7th Lord in Taurus gives marriage for sure. But I will not teach you why. Because that is a fundamental Rashi technique. That why you will learn in mastering the Rashi. But there I will not teach you how to predict children or how to predict marriage. Because that is a topic that is dealt in the webinars, not the course. This is a clear distinction between the offerings that I make. There will be a formal video, a small video of 5 minutes, a formal video, which will differentiate between the different offerings and which will explain what different course offers. Soon. But the only thing, if you're very serious about astrology, I don't want people who are not serious. If you are very serious about astrology, you should consider joining me, and I am very sure that you will not be disappointed. Your money will not go for a waste. That is my guarantee. That is what I can guarantee. At any point of time, if you think your money is going for a waste, just write me a mail and I will see the best I can do. That is something that I can guarantee. So if you are very serious about astrology, you can consider joining me. If you are not that serious, then there are other teachers also in the market, right?